like swivel, but delicately swivel. You're not swiveling properly. I am swiveling the way you're swiveling. Like, the past whispers to you. Do you like my ponytail that I did? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to draw Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I actually have drawn Newt Scamander before. I drew him back in July, I think, of 2020, so like 2 years ago. I wasn't satisfied with that drawing of him at all, so I decided to make another video. I have been developing a growing love for Newt Scamander because I just love Newt so much. I've always liked him, and I really like him now, so yeah. If you can't already tell from my amazing Hufflepuff shirt, I am a super big Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts fan.
Like the biggest you can imagine.
First of all, this is my first character art video about anything in the wizarding world, so it's pretty exciting and I'm excited. Fantastic Beasts 3 finally coming out is like one of the best things that can happen to me. So do you know what scene I'm gonna draw? The scene where Newt and his brother goes into the underground prison thing with all the manticores. Swivel, but delicately.
You're not swiveling properly. I am swiveling the way you're swiveling.
Oh, by the way, guys, today is June 1st and it's Children's Day. So my mom, for Children's Day, my mom bought me this
Huge, 200 boxes of markers. Yeah.
I asked for it because these markers are almost dead, so I really need some resupply. So yay, thanks mom. First, I'm going to talk to you about my story with Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts. The story with me and Harry Potter actually dates back to 2016 when I was in 3rd grade. In 2016, we had a free class or something. My teacher was a Harry Potter fan. He played us the first Fantastic Beasts film because it just came out. It was 2016. During 2016, when I was 8 years old, I was a huge
scaredy cat.
One of my biggest fears when I was smaller was the fear of big screens and movies and TV, which is really ironic because now the movies and big screens and TV are my favorite things. I was still a little scared of movies during 3rd grade, so when the teacher played Fantastic Beasts, I was actually scared. And I literally went out of the classroom.
I know, stupid me.
Who knows that this will turn out to be one of my favorite franchises of all time. So I went out of the classroom to draw my own magical creatures, since I know it's called Fantastic Beasts. So that was 2016. Now we are going to move all the way to 2018. When I was 10 in 4th grade, I was starting to read Harry Potter books, and I was just so obsessed, and I read it all the way to 5th grade. Oh my god, instantly fell in love with it. After I read the 3rd book, I was just totally obsessed with Harry Potter and also Hermione Granger. Every time I finished one book, I would watch the film, and then I finished another and I watched that film. So yeah, it just goes on and on. I actually remember the exact date that I finished reading the whole Harry Potter book series. Ready for it? It was October 31st, Halloween, 8:30 p.m. 2018. When I was in 5th grade. I've never been such obsessed with anything before, so this is quite a milestone in my life, I guess. And I didn't really think about the Fantastic Beasts series, but one day my mom, she was like,
Jill, you really like the Harry Potter series. Maybe you can try to watch Fantastic Beasts. The 2nd film just came out. Do you want to go and watch it? In cinema.
Because I watch all the Harry Potter films on the TV in my home. If there's a scary scene or something, I can just go. But in a cinema, I can't really do that. So I was really debating. I was actually kind of reluctant to watch it, but I finally decided that my craziness for Harry Potter beats my fear of big screens. So I decided to watch it, which is obviously the correct choice, you know? I finally watched Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald, in the cinema on November 18th of 2018. Oh my god, after I watched the 2 films, I was in full-blown obsession with both Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts. I love it so much. I love the magical creatures. I love Tina Goldstein, basically. That's my story. And right after watching the second film, I just remember thinking, oh my god, this series is so good, so interesting. When will the third film be out? After almost 4 years.
So I waited almost 4 years for this.
So after such a long story, was all this waiting worth it?
We'll answer it in this video.
Now let's watch the footage of me talking to my fantastic foxes about the Secrets of Dumbledore.
I am going to talk to them about Fantastic Beasts, the Secrets of Dumbledore that I watched last night because I watched that last night. I need to talk to them about it because there's magical creatures in it just as they are magical creatures. So Fantastic Beasts 2 left us off where they defeated Grindelwald at Paris.
Okay, yeah, anyways, back to the video.
And actually, guys, I also made a video last year, like August of 2021, when I drew a imaginary deleted scene for Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, and I drew that while chatting with you. But in that video, I just talked about Fantastic Beasts and stuff, and I also predicted a little bit of what will happen in the third film, because during that time I have no idea when the third film will come out, and I was totally unknown of what the third film is going to be about. I think the third Fantastic Beasts film will be all of them looking for the people that Grindelwald captures. I think to add a bit of drama, there might be like a few new characters that they will meet, and they'll be allies, and while they're tracking down Grindelwald, and Grindelwald's just flying around the world, they were also chased by some of Grindelwald's bad followers maybe, so they're still having other issues. J.K. Rowling, if you're watching this, please consider this idea.
I was actually hoping for J.K. Rowling to watch that video.
She definitely did not watch that video.
My prediction was sadly wrong. If you see the film, you'll know, but Tina has like very little. She has like 2 scenes in the film, which is so sad. And the excuses, she's got a job promotion, so she is busy as an or, like, come on. Actually, despite Tina's absence, the plot is actually pretty interesting, and I think it's more interesting than the second film. Like, of course, I like the second film, but I think the second film is just basically building up to the third film, and the third film is a major point in the story.
I like most parts of this film, and I would say that it's quite a nice film, but
there's some things that I think it can work on, like in the future, like installments, you know. So first of all, I think it could work on the focus, because there's just so many things happening at once for the plot and the characters and stuff. Too many elements like mixed together without one that particularly like stands out, you know. It was understandable, but I just think that focusing on one point will make it maybe more, it will make people remember it more, right? And the other thing that I'm quite like confused with is the title is The Secrets of Dumbledore, but we didn't really get to see that much of Dumbledore's secrets, I guess. Like, of course, there are like explanations about the blood pact and some like history of the Dumbledore family, but I don't think that The Secrets of Dumbledore is the biggest thing in the story. Like, we get to see like the truth of Credence identity and also the Dumbledore family, but for me, I think the thing that stood out the most in this film is probably like the wizarding election thing with the Chillin, and also like the different ministers of magic, and also Grindelwald like competing to be like the minister and stuff. So I think that is a pretty huge point. I love Newt's expressions. Now we're going to talk about the characters in this film. There are a lot of new characters and old minor characters that is becoming major characters in this film, so I think it's really interesting.
Oh, how I wish I could talk about Tina in this film.
First of all, we're going to talk about the character that I'm drawing right now, Newt. Newt Scamander, certainly one of the most iconic characters in the cinematic universe. I love Newt a lot. I've always liked him, and he's just so cute and also funny, and also like a bit like socially awkward, but also really, really nice and sweet and warm, and like such a caring person, like for his beasts and also for his loved ones. As Dumbledore said to him in like the second film, he doesn't seek for like fame or popularity. He simply asks if the thing is right. And I also love his relationship with the Niffler and Pickett. Newt would be a very nice person to be around with, you know. Aside from Newt, I really like Jacob in this film, and especially in this film. I think Jacob is so funny, and also Dan Fogler's acting for Jacob is just so good. Like he is genuinely Jacob. And I also love the bakery scene with Jacob and Lally. I think that the bakery scene with Jacob and Lally is one of my favorite scenes in this film. Like I think it's just so humorous and also really motivating as well, since Lally was like motivating Jacob the entire time to like join their mission. Speaking of the scene with him and Lally, I really like Lally as well. I think Lally,
Of course, I like Tina better.
but despite that, I think Lally was a success because I think she's always calm. Like she's rarely like unsure what to do. Like at least she doesn't show it. Bunty also played a bigger role in this film. And to be honest, I was actually pretty annoyed with Bunty at first when I first saw her. I almost thought that she's secretly evil because I feel like she's hiding something, but that thing that she hid was actually beneficial. So yeah, my bad. Bunty's nice.
I think she has a crush on Newt.
I'm drawing a manticore right now. I think the creature actually looks like a lobster.
It's actually so scary as well.
How can we not mention the new Grindelwald? Mads Mikkelsen's Grindelwald. Oh. And first of all, I'm just going to say that I really love Johnny Depp's portrayal of Grindelwald. I literally thought that he was the perfect choice for Grindelwald. For what happened, he was replaced by Mads Mikkelsen, and I think a lot of people are like angry with that. And I do agree that the Johnny Depp's version of Grindelwald was awesome, it was amazing, it was perfect. But then again, I also think that Mads Mikkelsen's Grindelwald fits the personality of Grindelwald as well. My favorite beast from this film is the Qilin, and it's actually a Chinese creature as well, the Qilin. It's two really complicated words in Chinese and I can't write it. The Qilin in this film is
So cute, and
it kind of looks like Audrey Hepburn's deer, Pippin. And it's also so sad because when Qilin gets like totally manipulated and killed at first by Grindelwald, which I'm so angry at Grindelwald.
killing Fantastic Beast is just not acceptable at all.
It's such a strong and like sacred and magical and unique and pure creature, because the Qilin is the creature that selects the one, like the one wizard who is pure and kind of heart, and it can like tell straight away if you're kind or evil. So I think that was really magical. It certainly plays a big part in this story. Now, after we talked about the characters and the creatures, we are going to talk about location. And for location, each film introduces us to a new mystery of magic. For the first one, it's the American one, which is really interesting. The second one is the Paris one. The third one, it's the Berlin one in Germany. The location that stood out to me the most is the Bhutan scenes at the end. Now we're going to talk about TEENIE. Even though she has 2 scenes in this film, we're going to talk about her, okay? Her absence is really sad, and I think the explanation seems a little like forced. When Tina first appeared at almost the end of the film in the American Ministry of Magic,
I literally screamed in the cinema and cried.
Like, the only reason I would cry when watching a film is because of excitement. I was screaming like, TEENIE! Like, that was exactly my reaction. I'm not exaggerating. One of my favorite scenes in this film is the last scene in Jacob's Bakery again. I really love Jacob's Bakery. This last scene is basically the sweetest thing ever. I was like, aww. So my conclusion for this film is basically, I like the creatures, I like the characters, I like some of the dialogue, I like some of the plot. It could definitely be better, but I also really like it. The whole atmosphere is set up quite nicely. So yeah, that's my conclusion of watching it. done.
Yeah, I have my hair down right now, just ignore that, but
His face is kind of like not very proportional. Like if his face is kind of like interesting, and I don't think it turned out the best.
Yay!
Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a long time since the movie was released, but
I always procrastinate when making videos, so I'm sorry about that.
thank you for watching and bye. I think I need to write a suggestion letter for J.K. Rowling again because she clearly did not see my last one.